Hey, welcome to Alchemy Balance, brought to you by the Doctor of the Gods and the Academy of the Golden Gates. It has been a while since I have done a podcast.
I'm actually excited about the time we're living in right now because I'm seeing a lot of people post about being spiritual and how it has changed their life. Spirituality is amazing. Anything that you put great intention into it to understand and be open, but also protect yourself in it. We have to understand that we have to evolve from religion. Now, this is for another day. I'm going to do a video about where religion really came from and why it was actually created. But you have to evolve and figure out what parts you play into your spirituality and how you can use that foundation to lift you up, but also allow you to understand who you are, what you are, who God really is, and what God really is. Now, the Bible was created for what it was created for. We already know what that is. But because I have studied and I understand the origins of it and where it really came from and the original text and what the purpose of it truly was, I got a different perspective. You can use it for what you need to use it for, but also understand that they were just people like me and you. It's a conversation for another day, but they were just people like me and you. Now, with that context and that understanding, you can look at why the Bible can help you in so many ways. But you can't stop there. Now that you know that they were just like us, you have to ask questions. With that being said, we have several people that are prophets that have abilities. We all have abilities. You may not classify it as an ability because you may not be comfortable with feeling it or understanding or putting a title on it such as that. That's fine. But when you sit with yourself to decide that, okay, now I need to know what I am, who I am, and see why do I know certain things that I know. A lot of us know some stuff. Our intuition is on point. You know that. So why deny that? Tap into that more. Understand that more. We were taught to go outside ourselves for so many things and not explore the inner world of the self. That's where you need to begin to understand who God really is. Now, for me, spirituality, when I started going within myself and I started meditating, that changed my entire life. I started seeing things I had no clue was actually there or either possible. So that triggered me to look into other things because now I'm curious. When I meditated, there was something that happened to me that pissed me off so really bad this one day. And I hadn't been meditating that long. But that thing that pissed me off allowed me to, instead of me using that energy in a negative way, I use it to trigger myself into a deeper trance while I was in meditation. And it took me somewhere. It took me to see my higher self. Now, when I seen her, I didn't know who she was, but she resembled me, but I only seen a fire. And she was dressed like she was a queen, like she looked beautiful. Her essence was very strong and high vibrational. And so as I'm looking at this, now mind you, I'm excited because nothing like this has ever happened to me in religion or being a Christian or reading about or praying, anything like this. So seeing this, I didn't want to get too excited to the point where it pulled me out of the trance. So I sat in it, and I remember her sitting there smiling at me. And I wanted to I didn't know what to say. So I told her I came for my crown and I wanted to be an empress. And so she reached behind her back and put the crown on my head. Now, mind you, we sitting there, and I don't know what else to say to her. But as of today, I know I would have said a lot more. If I known what I know today, I would have asked her a lot more things. But it's okay. It still was good. After that day, when I got out of the trance, I realized I was gone for hours. And it didn't feel like I was gone for hours. I was sitting in a meditation. I was sitting in crisscross applesauce, and I came out. I wasn't numb. None of that. It was amazing feeling, to the point where that triggered me searching and trying to understand more about who I was and what I was. At this point, I decided that very next day that I was going to go vegan. And I don't even know where that thought came from, but it came up. And so I stepped right into it and didn't think twice about it. That moment gave me hope, because I had gave up. I was suffering so bad when it came to my reality. I wasn't happy. I was making six figures, had the house, had the husband, the kids, and I didn't understand why I was giving so much and wasn't getting anything in return. I didn't understand why my life had to be so miserable. Why did my husband didn't love me and he had to always cheat? I didn't understand none of that. And I'm being a faithful servant of God, of Jesus and everything else. And I'm wondering, like, what is it that I'm doing wrong that I'm still suffering and being mistreated? After that day, everything changed for me. I began to focus on me at that moment. After that moment, I began to search more on the self. And I remember sitting down and I prayed and I said, God, this journey is going to be about me. I didn't know who you are, who I am, and what I am. And when I tell you, when you seek, you shall find. But you have to be open, because my psyche and my heart and my belief system and the new information I found, they battled. It battled because now the truth is being revealed and I don't know how to accept it. And at some point, it was so much truth that was being revealed. I had to say, you know what? Everything I thought I knew, I'm going to throw it out the door and just be open to what's come. And I had to ask for protection. Once I opened my heart and my mind, it became easier, because it allowed the new information to land and for God to truly reveal what was hidden and how the information that was given to us was so distorted that was the reason why we were suffering. And as I'm doing this, my life began to unravel, because now I am seeking the frequency and I'm seeking truth, and I'm becoming in alignment with my truth and my purpose. Now, mind you, as I'm doing this, my family is also they're actually doing it too, but at some point it got a little rough, because as you take this path individually, you have to accept your truth. You have to continuously grow and become honest with who you are and what you are. But that's a choice of your own. And as you're doing this, veils are being lifted and illusions are no longer. A lot of people don't like spirituality because of this reason right here. Spirituality it teaches you how to get in alignment with who you were born to be. A lot of us not in alignment because of the false teaching and the distortedness of all the education and the things that was given to us that's supposed to be tools to help us grow, when really is causing us demise. It's also causing us to be stagnant and stuck and not really see what really is. I'm going to stop this video here, and I'm probably do a more lengthy one on
on my YouTube, but I did this video to let you know that spirituality will change your life. It's your intentions with it. Or your intentions is to seek truth and vibrate on a such level as truth? Or is it just to get by? You can go as far as you want to go on it. But it's not easy, because if it was easy, everybody would do it. You have to understand everything that you have done. You have to go and walk back through it to correct it, to put in alignment with the truth and not distortion. It is a beautiful path, a beautiful journey if you choose you. It's just you versus you. I'm sending you love, baby.